So thousands of different pinball machine titles have been made, but I definitely won't be able to see them all, which is pretty tragic because I've got a proven track record of wasting time on stuff. And pinball machines take up a ton of space, and it's not very common for people to have one in their living room. What? And on top of that, arcades are not nearly as common as they used to be. In fact, I had one in town that closed down about a year ago, and it had some really good pinball machines in it, but it's gone.
You just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it.
Enter the virtual pinball community. It is insanely huge. There are so many dedicated developers that are part of this community, and the majority of the community uses free and open source software. But beyond the software is the cabinet building. People are building full-size cabinets, and instead of play fields, they have displays in them. They've got displays in the back box, and it goes way beyond just putting displays inside of a wooden cabinet. It is a pretty cool hobby. Like seriously, it could be even more technically complicated than a regular old pinball machine. So basically, you can play pretty much any pinball machine that's ever been made virtually, whether it's on a cabinet or a computer, if you blew the next 5 years of fun money on the real thing. Virtual pinball can be a really immersive experience when you build your cabinet and you kit it out. But at that point, you really are going to be spending just as much money to buy an actual pinball machine, if not more. And personally, I'm not a fan of the virtual cabinet experience. That doesn't mean I'm against it. I think it's a fantastic hobby and a super cool rabbit hole to dive into. I mean, I'll probably still make one someday. But what I can't get over is a 3D playfield on a 2D screen. At that point, it's just easier to play on the computer, for me. Some people have gone as far as developing a head tracking system so you can get that visual parallax when you move your head, but it is a little more involved to set up something like that. Thankfully, there is another option, and I think it might be the better one. Also, it's very DIY friendly, so let's get to work. I almost forgot, this video has no build, because all you're gonna need is a VR headset and a game controller. So before we get started, there's some hardware and software we gotta consider. We're gonna need a Windows PC that has a little bit of graphics processing capability, and we're also gonna need a headset that is compatible with Steam VR or OpenXR. And in my case, I'm just gonna be using a Quest 2, which isn't even the latest and greatest. Also, I bet you could find one online pretty cheap. We're also gonna need some software, but I'm not gonna dive too deep on this because there's tons of excellent tutorials already out there, again, by this amazing community. The first piece of software we're gonna use is called Visual Pinball. It's an open source platform. It's been around for a really long time, which means it has tons of documentation available. VP Forums has everything you need to get going, and there's also a download link to Visual Pinball in the description. So once you download and install Visual Pinball, you'll want to configure your controller first. There's two approaches you can do this. VPX should automatically recognize any gamepad that you might be using. You can also use something like Joy to Key to map gamepad key presses to keyboard keystrokes. Personally, I find that a little bit easier because mapping directly in VPX is a little more geared towards actually setting up a cabinet or, you know, a pinball controller. After that though, you'll want to get your table and ROM files and put them in their respective folders. Again, see VP Forums for more details on how to do that if you don't know what I'm talking about, but it's pretty straightforward. Now, all this assumes you already have your VR headset configured and running with your computer. And as long as it's set up and running with Steam VR, everything should pretty much work automatically. So now just install it and run VPX Launcher. Again, download link will be below. Basically all that does is it gives you a bit of a quality of life upgrade, providing VPX with a front end that you can navigate purely with your controller. It also will detect if your VR headset is plugged in and on, and it will automatically launch VPX in VR mode. And you can also use it without a VR headset, and it'll launch it in 2D mode, so you can just play it on your computer screen. So I think we're ready. Let's play pinball. And I didn't plug this in or set it up.
A few moments later.
Welcome, honored guest.
All right. Who's there? I mean, I guess before I launch the ball, look at all this detail. Smashing my face into my computer monitor, but like, I mean, you can get all up in this machine and see all the details. It's really cool. So anyway, I've got my plunger assigned to my right stick. So when I pull back, the plunger goes. I also have my nudges set to my sticks, which is gonna yell at me. Oh, and I launched the ball. I've got my flippers set to my bumpers and my triggers. Also, A is plunger, especially if you're doing a game with a launch button. It's a little easier that way. As far as latency goes, so very playable. But I think I'm gonna go for multi-ball because that'll probably be funnier because I'm so bad at it. That was an intense looking nudge animation. Yeah, okay. So I'm currently wrapping up some editing, and I realize screen capture footage of the VR view of the playfield is not that pleasant to look at from the viewer's perspective because it's just very shaky and hard to see. I really wish that there was a way that we could enable a third person view in Visual Pinball. That is not a feature, but people have been requesting it for a while because it would have more applications than just recording or streaming games. And that would be so cool. So thanks for bearing with me. And I promise you just have to try it. It's so much fun. Let's do it. Got it. Oops. Oh, I started the mode. Okay. I'm not a really super skilled pinball player, virtual or real. So let's just see if I can start multi-ball and prove how not good I really am. And the first way to prove how not good I am is trying to hit it into that scoop, which is surprisingly difficult. Oh! Or panic flip like that and lose complete control of the ball. Yeah, like that. Doing a half plunge, and we'll lock one. The right flipper. Oh, that was close. Oh, definitely not. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm proving myself right in that I'm not that great at pinball. Playing pinball. Oh gosh. Terrible shot. Come on. That was close too. Good grief. So much for that. Let's try again. Try to plunge. Oh gosh. Let's go for the bookcase. Ready? There we go. One more to open her up. Gotcha. All right, and we pass it over. Oh! Brutal. This is the shot. I'm feeling it. Nope, just kidding. How about this one? Finally! Good grief. Mother stinker. Son of a nutcracker. Oh! Here we go. Time to work it up. Every time. Comes. Got 1, 2, 3. I didn't drain them all at once. I drained one, but that's okay. All right, I need to get control here. Nope. And there you go. I'm great. Ooh, that's okay. But hey, am I having fun? You know what? I am having fun. Even though I am not doing well. All right, I gotta hit the thing ramp. Oh gosh! I just knocked the ball back in. That was cool. All right, stop panicking and get control of the balls. See? I get overwhelmed during multi-ball and I just screw everything up. So maybe multi-ball should not be my first goal whenever I play a pinball machine. So am I saying that VR pinball is better than building a virtual cabinet? No, not really. They're two different categories in my head, but I prefer virtual reality pinball over a cabinet, but it's not gonna stop me from making one someday. But we are gonna take this a step further in future videos by making an actual controller that feels like you're playing a real pinball machine. So be sure to subscribe and stay tuned for more virtual pinball videos. But that's not all this channel is about. The future is gonna show us a lot more really cool pinball machines, more builds of really cool pinball related stuff, and who knows what else we'll get into, but it's probably gonna be about pinball. And some 3D printing, probably. Maybe I'll cut my fingers off with a dangerous power tool. I don't know, but subscribe and see if I keep all my fingers or not. Thanks for making it to the end of the video. One last quick thing. You should check out aspirepinball.com because I just launched an online store. And the cool thing is, everything that's in the store right now is stuff that I am making in-house. Whether you're gonna get a new sign to decorate your house with, or a cool bottle opener that looks like a pinball flipper. It's real classy stuff, and there's more stuff coming soon. So go check it out and maybe buy a Christmas gift for somebody.